Well, I needed to charge up my DeWalt batteries. And as long as I was running the generator, I had a project I've been kind of waiting to do with the wood lathe. I replace a lot of handles. Not that I break handles, but I buy a lot of stuff that's got broken handles and repair them. Because you can get them, pretty cheap. Well, one of the things I had picked up is a Greenlee drawknife. Now, it had one handle on it, and this is what it looked like. But the good thing is, it had the collars that go on the top and on the bottom. So I had something to work with there. And then it's just peened over on the end. So I ground that mushroomed end off, and using this one for a pattern, I've been making a couple more out of old handles. Anytime I replace here's a hammer handle, I save that material. It comes in awful handy. Another thing I made today was one of these that are for the pull rope. Well, this one is for the Wisconsin motor. Where the rope goes through, the knot falls back in there. Because for them, you really want to use that heavy cotton rope. Nylon is too flimsy, it doesn't wrap on there well. And I don't know that you can buy this kind of thing anymore. The only difference, this one has got pine tar on it. And I've got a little smaller one that I made for the David Bradley. But these hunks of handle, that's good solid hickory. So you got something to work with there. It's good material. So using that old decrepit one for a pattern, I'm making up a couple more, though I will have to make them just a slight bit shorter, because like I say, I had to grind that peen off on the end. So, like even a 1/16 of an inch shorter will work fine. The trick on doing something like this is you actually have to drill the hole first so you have something to center on. Well, this piece originally was about 6 inches long. So you start out with a big piece, and using one of these long drill bits, you shoot for the center. But it's not that. I screwed one up where she come out too far off center. But if you got enough material to work with, you can make them work. Then you can center it in the lathe, because that's the problem. You got to have something that you can call a center. So they're getting there. And I've been flopping them back and forth, go one way and then go the other way to try to get. I've got to cut. I got to cut these round so this cap fits over. I've got these down to the size these furrows will fit over. And then they slide up on the blade. It's a lot of monkey work, which is why I get them cheap. But this Greenlee, it's a good brand, but it's really not my kind of draw knife. The problem is, when you're using a draw knife, I tend to use it with the bevel down. Okay, now you see that's got quite a steep bevel. There's no area here to vary your cut. I like to be able to control that as it digs in. Like, see this old one, okay, this is the flat side, this is the rounded side, but there's, the whole thing has got a bevel on it. It's just a lot easier to work with. I've got an even older one that's got even more of a bevel on it. This is pretty much the same design, the way the handles go on. But I thought, well, as long as I got the thing, and like I say, I got it cheap, I got time to muck around putting this together. Got a few other handles I'm going to work on. I've got this tool, which is a bead breaking hammer, for knocking a bead loose. Well, it came with this handle, which is some kind of crappy wood, and it's in kind of rough shape. But the good thing is, it's a round eye. Because that's the thing about a lathe. If it isn't round, unless you have the pattern set up, it really isn't going to help you. That's easier just to do them by hand. But this I got like a 36-inch bed, so I've got a. Oh yeah, this is it. Piece of a pickaxe handle that I cut down. That I'll turn a handle for that bead breaker, because I've always thought this one was a little short. But I'm going to make her another, like 8 inches longer. But it's got the right flare to it. Just got to cut this whole piece down. It's interesting to do, but it takes time. But I got the time. And, when you get it done, you got something you can be proud of. But like I say, this isn't my particular kind of drawing knife. I mean, I could use it, but it's not my choice. I like to see that more of a rounded. You just got more control. But I think they're pretty expensive, so I'll go ahead and fix it. Got to bring it over and glass beat it before I put the handles on. But then I'll heat them red hot, and I've got them drilled the exact size. They're just a little tight. Well, the only thing that's catching me is that burr. But they'll go in there. So I'll heat this end red hot, then drive them on with the ferrule on them, then put that cap over and bang that down. You run into a lot of these too that the handle is actually snapped off. But most of the time the blade is bad. This one, the blade's in pretty good shape. It's just not of the design that I care for. But I'll put it back together. And I'll make a nice handle. Once I get the pine tar on them and darken them up, they will look fine. I got a few other handles I'm working on. But like I say, I had to charge up these DeWalt batteries for a different project I needed for the impact. So, the generator was running, the lathe was turning. But it's a good time to call it quits for the day. Make some supper. And then start again in the morning. Because, like I said, I got to cut that a little round to fit that cap on there. But they're looking good. Hickory's nice wood to work with, but that's one wood I don't have around here. So like I say, every time I change a handle, I keep that old handle. Those are valuable materials. Start out with a big axe handle, and you end up with a hatchet handle.